Hi there, welcome back to Barnsley Metrodome. We're at the final of the first event of the PDC Women's Series.
Lisa to throw first.
First event, and Lisa Ashton is going to get us underway as she faces Rhian Griffiths. Good to see Rhian in the final. Worked really hard in that semi-final and got the job done. It's going to be tough for her against Lisa. Chris Murphy alongside me, Nigel Pearson. We know what a tough task it's going to be for
140.
Rhian in this grand final, if you like, against a player of the quality of Lisa Ashton, who is a standout favourite here.
85.
And we knew that when we looked at the semi-final draw, really, the way it was shaping up. But a big achievement. Whatever happens from now on and the rest of this weekend, Rhian's reached a final, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa Ashton is used to reaching finals on the Women's Series. It's her 11th out of the 17 events we've had now. Some percentage record, isn't it? But not as good as Rhian's, because she's on 100%, having reached the final on debut here at the Women's Series.
Stat.
Yeah, once Fallon Sherritt was knocked out, it looked very likely that Lisa Ashton was going to become the title winner. I mean, nothing to say that she wouldn't have beaten Fallon had they met. She does tend to get the better of Fallon in most of their meetings, but it was Lorraine Winstanley who saw Sherritt
91
this afternoon.
Yeah, and Lorraine played really well there. And there's another event to come after this, so lots more darts to look forward to here in Barnsley this afternoon. And Rhian had to dig deep against Chloe O'Brien, because Chloe started to come back and snapped away at her heels and threatened to get right back in that match.
140.
But credit Rhian, she kept her cool and pulled through in the end. But Lisa is sat on tops if she comes back here. When she comes back.
92.
Just a little warning shot by finding that treble 20 from Griffiths. And Lisa will feel she has to hit this. One dart remaining, and she hasn't hit, so a chance for Griffiths to grab an early breaker throw. Treble 19 or treble 15, it's treble 19. 10, and now tops.
49.
Oh, you've got to take chances like that, because Lisa Ashton doesn't hand those opportunities along very often, and she steps up and takes out the finish. And that, I'm not picking any faults whatsoever, but in the context of the match for Rhian Griffiths, if you are handed an opportunity
45.
like that, Chris, against a player like Lisa Ashton, it's quite simple. You have to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look what happened when she missed it. Lisa steps up, bosh, 1-0.
Do have a little bit of history, this pair. They've met on several occasions, and the most recent was actually in Lisa's last Lakeside World Championship win. She beat Rhian en route to her 4th glory.
100.
Rhian has beaten Lisa before, but it was way back in 2014 before Ashton really became
85.
the big beast of world darts that she has become.
$100. Steady ton. And a good position here. So Rhian Griffiths is under pressure already in this second leg. We are the same as the semi-final. First to 5 legs, and you become event 1 winner.
98.
And £1,000 for your trouble. That all goes on the order of merit, which is becoming more and more important in the Women's Series, as we've been saying throughout the day. The top 8 making it to the match play after 12 events. The top 2
100.
after all 20 events will play at the Ali Pali in December.
The opportunities 94. Are there for the women, and the great opportunities they are indeed. Oh, that would have
100.
raised the roof in the commentary box at least. No supporters, no fans here, of course, but double 12 for Lisa. This has got to go.
No score.
She couldn't have got much closer with the 3 darts.
Well, Griffiths had 1 dart at tops to win the first leg. She's now got 2 darts at tops to win the second. That becomes 1 at double 10. And she can't take
50.
any of those chances, and you just get the feeling that Ashton will waltz up to the hockey and pin this, no problem at all.
Game shot.
There is the answer.
Your
Ashton.
feeling was spot on, Chris.
Absolutely. Lisa Ashton, she's giving Griffiths chances, but they are tiny chances, and she has to take them.
And to be fair, Rhian isn't far off. It's fine margins. It's the width of a wire.
100.
And unfortunately for Rhian, she doesn't take them, and Lisa says thank you very much.
And throwing for a 3-0 lead en route
55.
what would be an 8th Women's Series title.
100.
Yeah, quite a record in the women's game for Lisa, isn't it? And it'll be interesting to see how Fallon bounces back in event 2 this afternoon. After her exit at the quarter-final stage, it does mean that after event 1, she is in the top 8 for Blackpool. But it's only event 1, and it all can change this afternoon. And then, of course, up
100.
to event 12 is what it's all about, to reach the women's match play. First women's match play, which is great to see.
Yeah, really good concept, the PDC.
55.
The hands in the pockets for women's darts this year. £100,000 prize fund on the women's series, plus an extra £25,000 prize fund at that Women's World Match Play in Blackpool. Lisa Ashton looking likely to take the biggest share of the prize fund for this first event.
Well, off she goes, Lisa, now, all about
73.
Go out on the 105 for a 3-0, but she will be back anyway for double 16. And Rhian finding the treble 20 with the first dart, but it's too little too late, you feel.
85.
Unless Lisa slips up again on the doubles.
She'd have to slip up with 6 darts.
6 darts, yeah.
Game shot.
And goes out in 3 to make it 3. Lisa Ashton cruising at the moment, moving towards that first title of 2022. Of course, she won't be playing on the Pro Tour this year, having lost a tour card at the end of last year. Didn't
100.
quite work out at Q School for Lisa Ashton. It'd be interesting to see what difference that makes, really.
100.
So there's still plenty of darts for her to play in. Challenge Tour, she of course appeared at the World Seniors Championship as well.
$76.
Did have some great results in that 2 years on tour and wasn't too far away
60.
from holding on to a card. A history-making performance from Lisa Ashton in winning a tour card, became the first woman to do so at Q School 3 years ago.
Yeah, great point. And the women's game has just
95.
developed from there.
$46.
Slack from Lisa, really, but this is against the throw, so Lisa is 2 holds away from winning event 1. At 3-0 ahead. It's a great start, a really good start for Lisa to achieve that position. Well, she's a little bit frustrated here.
30.
30 scored for Lisa Ashton. And if Rhian Griffiths doesn't win this leg, I don't think she'll win 1 in this match.
Well, she's certainly making a move.
32.
So she's had a leg where she's had 1 dart at double, a leg where she's had 2 darts at double. Now she's going to get a leg with 3 darts at double.
30.
And actually even more than that, because Ashton's radar has just gone off all of a sudden.
I think Lisa knows this leg's gone. Decent marker, and Rhian Griffiths gets a leg on the board at 3-1 with that finish. But it's all in Lisa Ashton's hands.
60.
Only 60. She's not finding the treble with any great regularity now, Lisa Ashton. That might just be a cause for concern, Chris, in the Lisa Ashton camp. What do you think?
Yeah,
60.
it's been a quartet of visits, hasn't it, without a treble for Lisa Ashton. Might be 5 on the spin now.
97.
Puts an end to that run. And if she was starting to feel it, then she might be feeling a little bit better now. Lisa Ashton, who has won the first women's series event every single year so far.
100.
Well, you'd think that's going to continue, but as I say, she's just had a bit of a blip of late. Well, that's better. It's much more like it from
85.
Lisa Ashton with the first dart. Anyway, 60, 97 and an 85, so it has got a bit better with the last two visits for the Lancashire Rose.
60.
The Lancashire Rose playing in South Yorkshire this afternoon in the shadows of Barnsley Football Ground.
97.
Here at the Barnsley Metrodome. More accurate, I should say that Oakwell's in the shadows of the Barnsley Metrodome. Let's get it right, Murph.
Yeah, some real sporting superstars on show in this arena.
42.
Lisa Ashton, one of them. And the story of last year, where Lisa Ashton won the first event, as I mentioned, against actually Griffiths'
80.
Welsh teammate Rhian O'Sullivan. And we went to the 12th and final event before we saw a final that wasn't won by either Lisa Ashton or Fallon Sherritt. Quite remarkable. Last year, either one of those two players was in the final of every single event. Ashton on top.
62.
In this final, but can't hit tops. An outside chance, but Rhian Griffiths is going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here.
Yes, a tall order. She has done enough on occasions today in a route to the final.
82.
But it's now all about double 10 to go within a leg of the match now for Lisa Ashton. Here we are. She's one away from event 1 and the title in the women's series.
You're just too strong. I do remember, you know, I can't remember exactly which
100.
player it was, but they used to say of Phil Taylor, when players said he doesn't give you a chance, and the response was, well, he does give you a chance. It's a 161, a 170.
Yeah, that's right.
You just get that feeling a little bit here. Lisa Ashton is leaving little chances, a dart, a double here and there, but you have to hit them. And if you don't, she punishes.
180.
Nice from Rhian Griffiths. She's not going away quietly in this match.
100.
Looking to go 4-2, but then of course Lisa knows she'll have the throw if it goes that far.
Yeah, found her feet perhaps a little bit too late in this final.
26.
Then lost them again. Where are my feet? A reminder that we do
100.
have another tournament following this one straight away, as Lisa Ashton lines up a potentially match-winning and championship-winning shot. And we will see Rhian O'Sullivan in a couple of games' time against Natalie Gilbert. But Ashton looking at 161 for the match. She's just going to have to leave it handy and hope that Griffiths doesn't pop the 135.
55.
Well, she can't now.
Yeah.
Still, Ashton's left herself on a 100+ finish here, so needs a treble.
Double 16.
90.
Well, match dart, and now Rhian knows she has to take this out. 14s. Nice.
Shot.
So we go on another leg here, and it is 4-2, and credit to Rhian Griffiths, just as fixtures start to emerge for the second event.
60.
Event 2 here at the Metrodome in Barnsley. We'll be on board 7 at the start in a few moments for the last 128. So
85.
no break, just a quick turnaround here.
Yeah, Gilbert against O'Sullivan, as I mentioned. And then before
81.
that, Barbara Hospodarska. Thought I'd try that one. You can give the other one, Nigel.
Danielle Fry.
Yeah,
cheers, Chris.
The easy job, don't you?
Do you know, I saw Barbara's name crop up and I thought, I'll let Chris.
70.
Actually was cheering on her partner Keane Barry in Minehead last week when he went on to reach the semi-finals.
140.
140, good stuff from Lisa Ashton as she edges towards that finish line. £1,000 prize and victory in event 1.
96.
She's thinking 180 tops, job done.
You're right, you know.
Almost.
140.
40 to leave 80. Under what kind of pressure?
Yes, indeed.
100.
Nice steady turn for Rhian, but you would think that Lisa now for the match
70.
at double 10. You would think she's going to be back.
You would think. Oh, treble 18 was a target there, and it brushed the wire. Ashton will be back. She is very, very good, you know, on double 5.
114.
Lisa Ashton. Had a little look at her record last week. She loves this double.
Good to go outside. Oh, no, dear.
No
Well,
score.
the opportunity is here for Rhian Griffiths to get right back in this game now. Double 18 for 4-3, then she'll have the darts for 4 apiece. Huge dart coming in. Oh,
2 scores.
unlucky.
Her misses have been so close. She has been exactly that, unlucky. But it's Lisa who leads the way. Ashton takes the title in the first event of the Women's Series for 2022, just as she did in 2020 and 2021. And she will sit at the top of the early